Hey everyone, Brent here from NeuroTrader, and I've got something really special for the MBA guys. Now, the reason this is so important is because I've been in MBA now for a couple of weeks, and this is just for you guys. This is something I take all my clients through, and the reason this is important is because this is the fastest way to take on the identity of the person that's going to help you get to the life that you want. So in this case, more like a pro trader. Now, anyone that's been around anyone that's been around the personal development space has heard about affirmations or incantations or something like that. So if you don't know, affirmations are like these cards, right? So these are called I am cards. And they're really good. They're great. They've got lots of really positive messages, and they're really powerful beliefs to take on, I guess. Now, the problem with these is, let's just look at this one. This is a perfect one, actually. The problem with affirmations is, in our mind, we have a series of filters based off our beliefs, based off our experiences, based off our values, based off time, space, and our meta programs. Now, meta programs is that language that we use, that we talk to ourselves, right? So if you're just using typical affirmations, like I'm the master of my emotions, and you try and take on this belief, I'm a master of my emotions. There is a time to be in control and a time to be vulnerable. I choose how I wish to feel. I can go to emotions that exude strength or feel pain and go to tears. I master my emotions by knowing that how I feel is genuine, what I feel in my heart, and is filtered by myself. That's a really cool belief to have. Now, the problem is, based off all the filters that we have in our mind, if there's any resistance, there's going to be a level of disconnect. Now, the problem with trying to override our psychology or override our mindset just by saying affirmations to ourselves, I'm a master of my emotions, I'm a master of my emotions, I'm a master of my emotions. If there's a level of resistance internally, it's going to be really hard for that belief to really take hold. Now, the result of the sessions that I've been running is it's essentially like, and the easiest way I can describe it is, in our mind, we have a whole heap of thoughts, behaviors, patterns, strategies that we have built up over a lifetime. Now, lots of the negative thinking, limiting beliefs that we have, they come from our experiences and beliefs and judgments and forced on us from other people, and they're not true a lot of the time. So one of the really things I noticed years ago when I was coaching at events, NLP, hypnotherapy, all that sort of stuff, is about 3 to 5 weeks after those events, people come along and have an amazing experience. But then 3 to 5 weeks later, I'd start getting the phone call saying, Brent, it's wearing off. Brent, it's wearing off. What do I do? And the reason for that is because we cleared out all the noise, we cleared out all the junk, we cleared out everything and gave everyone these amazing experiences, but they weren't putting the good stuff back in. And affirmations would have been good to do, but because we've got all these filters, I've come up with something that's so much better, it's so much more effective, and it allows you to literally hack the mindset of anyone on the planet. And the best part is they won't even know. Now, because MBA's content is so good, like it is so incredibly good, I'm not going to lie, it's actually made my stuff so much better. And it's not so much because I'm never going to teach people to trade. That's not my thing. In fact, even when I came into MBA, I was reluctant to even start trading because I wanted to keep a barrier between the trading side of things and what it is that I do. But that's shifted, and I'm actually going to trade because I feel like a bit of an idiot for not doing that. But just learning more about the trading, learning more about the psychology, learning more about the challenges that people are having, it's actually made some of my processes really not really good because they were already super tight. But it's just making it even better. So with that in mind, I thought the way that I could give back to those this resonates with is actually showing you exactly what I do. So we can actually go through and start to take on the mindset and start to take on the beliefs of a pro trader, of the sort of person that's actually going to get you to your result, get you to your outcome so much faster. And I'm actually going to take you through an exercise right now where we're actually going to take the 15 rules of trading from the psychology component of the course. And I'm also going to show you how I hacked Jason's mindset, Mick's mindset, and Annie as well. And the reason this is so powerful, the reason this is so effective, is because they're not something that I'm imposing onto you. They're not something like these cards that are coming from an external source. Like this exercise, although it's the same for all of us, the outcome's going to be completely different because the way that we talk to ourselves is completely different. And that's why out of all the sessions that I've run, the hundreds of sessions I've run over the years, although the structure's the same, they're all completely different. And the session that I ran yesterday was up there with one of my favorites. We shifted over a 50-year-old problem in a matter of hours, and it just creates so much space to make this process so much more effective. So with that in mind, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to share my screen, and I'm just going to take you through. So I've actually been doing some work on this today already. Oh, hang on. No. Okay, I'm not sure what happened there. Okay, let's share that one. All right, cool. So this can be applied to any area of life. Let's have a drink. Now, because this is all trading specific, we're just going to start by doing Jason. So because we all know who Jason is, he's done some incredible things, and I'm really grateful to be learning from him. He's the first cab off the rank, so he's the one we're going to hack first. So the way this works is write down the trader that you admire. So let's just put Jason. Great. Geez, Jason, I hope that I spelled that right. I probably should have checked that. Apologies if not. Now, the reason I admire Jason in his trading, from what I understand, he does lots of the longer time frames, but the bigger trades. So the reason in my mind why I admire Jason is his patience waiting for trade opportunities. Okay, so that's the reason why I admire Jason in this context. Now, when I say program that gives Jason that attribute, what I mean is the program or the way he thinks. A better word might actually be belief. So what's the belief that I perceive Jason has to have this attribute? Now, the way I would word this is I enjoy waiting for trade opportunities that fit my strategy. Now, I have actually gone through and done this before. I might just actually cut and paste it just to make it a little bit quicker. Because the reason this is so powerful is because you can write it down and you can massage it a little bit. Now, here's a secret sauce. This might not mean anything to Jason in any way, shape, or form. He might not think this. He may think something similar to this. But even if he did think this, the wording could be just slightly a little bit different. Right? But because this came from me, if I'm trading from a place of I enjoy waiting for trade opportunities that fit my strategy, if that's a belief system I have, what is it presupposing? It presupposes that I'm going to enjoy waiting for the trade opportunities that are right for my strategy, regardless of what the strategy is. Make sense? Now, the second reason why I admire Jason is going to be much easier. His knowledge around trading. It's no secret that he knows an awful lot, right? So, now this may or may not be true for Jason, but this is how I perceive Jason. This is how I perceive the thought process that Jason has. So he has that attribute. I feel energized the more I learn about trading. It is simple, it is easy, it is fun. So do you think if I had that belief around trading, that I'm going to have good knowledge around trading? Absolutely, because I'm going to feel energized about learning. I think it's simple, it's easy, It's fun. Now, Jason might not think that at all, but he's still got that attribute. Does that make sense? Cool. Now, another reason why I admire Jason and Mick and the whole MBA team for that matter is their community. Like, the community is epic. You'd have to agree. So, I'm surrounded by a community that is supportive, and I love celebrating their wins, sharing in their growth. So when I've got this belief around the community, yes, I love celebrating people's wins, right? And by sharing people's wins, it helps me grow as well, right? And I am surrounded by a community that's supportive. Like, the community in MBA, they've done, guys, and you're all part of it. Like, it's an amazing, amazing feat. Now, one of the other things I love about MBA is on their shirt. Their motto. I never fail, I only learn. Now, is that going to completely reshift or reshape my association to getting trades wrong? Because I can't fail, I only ever learn. Now let's move on to someone else. So this is Mick. Log it. Right. Now, the reason I admire Mick, you'll have to agree, he's like a terrier with a bone. His ability to build his IBO business. He's done an incredible job. He should be very proud of himself. So, what belief system, now this may or may not be true for Mick, but the way I perceive Mick would think to have that attribute, to have that outcome, every day I'm excited to share the MBA opportunity with at least 5 new people. Now, do you think if I've got that as a deeply ingrained, deeply held belief, I'm going to get excited to share this opportunity with at least 5 new people? So I share it with like 25 new people a week, and 10%, only 10% come on. You know, that's 2 to 3 people a week. You know, over a year, that's going to be a pretty good outcome. So this is, it's all about, now, Michael, this sounds, from what I understand about Mick, like this could be quite similar to what he has, although this could be probably like 15 or 20, right? But this is where it's going to be completely unique to you. Now, it might be only tiny little shifts, but when it's coming from your own subconscious, that's what's real. So another thing, okay, so here's another one that I had for Mick. Enthusiasm for making money with trading. I love trading. My trading setups are everywhere, and I see them with crystal clarity. Now, this may or may not resonate with Mick in any way, shape, or form, but for me, if I've got this belief around trading, I love trading. My trading setups are everywhere, and I see them with crystal clarity. Right? Do you think I'm going to have FOMO if I've got a belief that my trading setups are everywhere? Do you think I'm going to get up and sit and resent sitting in front of the screens or setting up, you know, trading view if I love trading or have that belief? Do you think I'm going to second guess myself if I see all my setups with crystal clear clarity? Absolutely not. Now, we're going to hack the amazing Annie. I was on her webinar today. She did a really, really incredible job. She should be very proud of herself. It's quite humbling, actually. So, reason I admire Annie, she's a fast learner. I think everyone can agree with that. I enjoy learning new things, and being a consistently profitable trader comes easy to me, right? So now what's that presupposing? I'm consistently profitable. I'm a trader. It comes easy to me. Now, this may or may not resonate with Annie at all, right? But for me, if I want to be a fast learner around trading, I enjoy learning new things and being consistently profitable. Presupposes I'm already there. That makes sense. And this is the thing. We get trained to use language a very certain way. Like I use language the same way as though we're programming a computer, like a biological computer. And another reason why I admire Annie, helping others. Now, what process or what belief system would Annie need to have to be able to do that? I'm so good at what I do, it's time for me to help others where I can. That's a pretty good belief to have, yeah? Absolutely. Now, this is where it gets really cool. So after going through the psychology part of it, now with these things, you can do these for absolutely anyone. You can do this in the areas of health, and I've left these for you in here. You can do it in the area of relationships. You can do it in the area of finances. You can do it in the area of spirituality, if that's your thing. You can do it in the area of general. So this is just from an old sheet that I've done. So I'll just clear that one out. So yes, well, actually, this is good examples actually. So in the areas of business, a person I admire is Chris Evans. He's from another mentoring group I'm part of. The reason is abundant mindset. My perfect clients are out there waiting for me, and they can't wait to pay me in relation to the problems I help them solve. Now, do you think I'm going to have any anxiety, or do you think I'm going to have any trepidation about putting content out there if I have that fundamental underlying belief around my clients being out there? Absolutely not. Another mentor of mine, Armin Morin, value I get. The reason I admire Armin is the value I give. I create and give so much value, people feel silly for not joining me. Like when I see that guy talk on stage, man, I've got my credit card out. Like I buy his stuff. I buy it. Like he just stacks it on, and you feel like an idiot for not buying his stuff. MBA is the same way. Darren Brown, his results, right? I am the best at what I do. My clients are safe and always get the changes they come for. It is done. Now, do you think if I had that belief working with clients, I've got any doubt whatsoever I can help my clients get their outcome? Not a chance, right? So that's done, right? So that's just a really good example. Now, if you want to do it in the area of relationships, just find someone who has the type of relationship that you want. The reason you admire them, the way they love their partner, the way they show up for their partner, the way they value their partner's needs, whatever it is. And then just the belief of the program that they have. Okay. Now, the really, really special thing that one of the things I learned while going through the content, especially the psychology part, is the 15 rules for being a successful trader. Just being a successful trader. Okay. Now, these were really, really profound, and these are really, really cool. And part of the reason why I'm doing this video for you guys is because lots of the problems that people still come up, lots of the problems that people still experience once they've gone through the content, it's all still to do with the mindset. I remember when I was in high school, I was petrified of public speaking. Like, there was a time in my life where there's not a chance in hell this video would ever happen. I remember like when I first got around public speaking and coaching at events, the thought of getting up on stage, I felt sick. And I remember when I went on my first deployment to Timor, being deployed with live ammunition, potentially getting shot at, not knowing what we're going into. My anxiety at that point was at about a 6. But if I had to get up and do a presentation or do a talk to someone, like I'd be peaking at about a 9 or a 10. You know, right? I did everything to avoid it because I associated so much pain, judgment, shame, and discomfort to talking. But it was all just a story. So we all know and understand that having a positive psychology and good mindset around trading is so important. But it's a little bit like the teacher in high school saying to me, well, don't be nervous doing a talk. Don't be nervous. Just don't be nervous. Just get up and do the presentation. Just don't be nervous. Well, inside I'm freaking out, right? Like, because I'm nervous. It's like, okay, don't be nervous. Okay, but I'm nervous. So what? Right, so trading, having a positive mindset around trading specifically can be a little bit the same. One of my clients, Tom, an incredible trader. He knew his stuff. Like he knew how to spot things. But he kept sabotaging his results. And we went through the process. We cleared out some stuff that happened to him when he was a 12-year-old boy. And that was the reason why it was subconsciously sabotaging his trades, and he could never actually make the money work. Because he had this whole story around the more money he made, the less love he received. So it wouldn't matter. He could be sitting right next to Michael or right next to Jason copying their trades, but he would find a way to mess it up because his subconscious desire to have more love outweighed his desire to make money, if that makes sense. So for me, I thought it was fascinating that my sister had a different story around money than I did. And Yeah, because our results at that time in life were just vastly different. Now, I remember very clearly when I was 3 years old, my mum saying on the phone, as long to a friend, I couldn't even tell you who it is, but I remember very clearly sitting on a kitchen bench, hearing my mum say on the phone, as long as I've got enough food in the fridge and petrol in the car, and I can make it till payday, I'll be fine. Right? So as a 3-year-old, that's the belief around money I took on because I heard my mum say it. So, and I remember hearing myself say it one day and I'm thinking, oh my God, that's my mum. And this was like 5 years ago. Right. So this is just what that one little throwaway comment just followed me throughout my whole life. So that's why this is so, so, so important. And if there's ever a battle between the subconscious and the conscious mind, the subconscious is always going to win. So that's why my values around money weren't quite in alignment with where I wanted to go, what I wanted to be. So that's why this is so important. And these rules from the psychology side of it, they're amazing rules. And if we can follow them in a congruent way and through this process, you're more than likely to get the results a lot faster. So that's why I just went through the rules and I came up with some beliefs, and these are my versions. So if they're not in alignment with you or you want to massage them, and please feel free. I'll give you access to this sheet so you can do all this yourself. But yeah, so the first one is I stick to my trading plan. Now, the thought process they're going to have that outcome is my trading plan is my rock. If setups fall outside my plan, I'm happily out. Actually, I think I can make that better. I am happy to wait. Yeah, that feels better. So my trading plan is my rock. If setups fall outside of my plan, I'm happy to wait patiently. Cool. The next one. A professional trader. So what belief system am I going to have to be a professional trader? Well, I'll show you. I am a professional trader. I trade from an optimal state with correct risk management consistently. Now, do you think if I'm trading, I'm going to be trading as a game? Do you think I'm just going to be, I've got a $500 account, but I want to grow it really fast. Let's just go all in. You think I'm going to do that if I've got this belief that I'm a professional trader and trade from optimal state with correct risk management consistently? No chance. Another one. A disciplined trader. I find joy in being a disciplined trader. I get paid to be patient. Now, do you think there's going to be any resistance about having discipline around trading if I find joy in being disciplined and I get paid to actually be patient? That's a pretty good belief, yeah? I think so. Now, again, this may be a little bit different for you, and that's fine. In fact, I expect it to be, just even if it's slightly different. The key thing is, though, as long as it resonates, as long as it elicits the right emotions, it's going to help. That feels a lot more in alignment for you. Here's another one. Satoshi is not the money. I love that word. It sounds like a Japanese beer. I focus on the percentages gained only because that's what truly matters. Let's just get rid of that word only. I focus on percentages. Actually, yes. So it's going to imply, yeah, that feels better. I focus on the percentages gained because that's what truly matters. Perfect. Next one. Educate myself on the market. What belief system is going to give me that attribute? Winner, 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 winner. Ta-ta. I enjoy learning about market cycles and what it takes to remain a consistently profitable trader. So do you think there's going to be any ill feelings towards learning about educating myself on the market? No chance. And what's that implying? What's that presupposing? I'm consistently profitable and I'm a trader. Language is so powerful. It's so insanely powerful. You don't get taught to use it right, I don't think. Stick to my trade plan. My trading plan is as important as oxygen. It's the foundation of all my trading success. Do you think if I had that belief, I'm going to think my trading plan is important to stick to? Absolutely. It's as important as oxygen. It's important as breathing, because cash flow is the lifeblood of any business. So it isn't just as important. My trading plan is as important as oxygen. It's the foundation of all my trading success. My trading plan is, yeah, that feels right. Follow my rules, or following the rules. What are we going to have? My trading rules are like signposts to the destination of a successful trader and to be followed consistently. That feels a little bit too long to me, and that could actually be a little bit of a distraction. So let's just massage this a little bit. My trading rules are, hang on. My trading rules of a successful trader are to be followed consistently. Okay, that feels to me, it's getting better. It feels a bit too much like a statement though. So what type of feeling would I want to let's joy in following. Actually, I am happy. I am saying it's really powerful. I am happy following my trading rules. I apply them consistently. I'm happy following my trading rules and I apply them consistently. Perfect. So you can see how you can just massage it a little bit to suit you guys. This is why it's all 100% unique. Oh, I love it so much. Stop loss, the big one. So we want to have a rule. So whenever we're placing trades, we've got a stop loss in place. So do you think I'm going to have it if I've got this belief? My stop loss is a safety net of all my trades. If I'm in a trade, I have a stop loss in place. Done. No gray area. If I'm in a trade, I've got a stop loss in place. What's that going to do? Protect my account. Just a good outcome. Trading without emotion. Now, emotion is what's going to kill. Actually, emotions are what kind of emotional. Trading from an emotional place will drain your bank. It'll drain your account. My emotions are rock solid. I trade like a bot with zero expectation of the outcome. Now, do you think if my emotions are rock solid, I trade like a bot, and I don't have any expectation on the outcome? Do you think I'm going to be trading from a good place? You betcha. Analysis before entering. I redo my charts before each trade. This way I get better and more confident with my trading plan, right? So this means before I get into a trade, I'm drawing trend lines. I'm looking left. I'm checking out bear flags. I'm looking for support and resistance. I'm looking the Fibonacci's. I've got a lot to learn in that area. So if I'm messing any of this up, don't crucify me. I'm not a trader. But just from going through the training, I'm going to be going through, and for me, I want to make sure each time I get into a trade, I'm clear. I don't want to be second guessing, because I've seen so many traders just blow their accounts and they get all caught up, and it's almost like gambling. It's just like, guys, it's stupid. And some of the stories I've heard, man, they make me almost want to cry. They're crazy. Some people treat it like gambling. I never chase a trade from a place of ego. I only take trades that present themselves in real time, either in or out, black or white. Boom. I'm not going to chase something that's not there. Now, back in 2007, when I started trading, I blew 3 accounts because my ego was getting in the way. And this is like way before I realized I had PTSD or depression or hyper anxiety or addictions or any of that sort of stuff. So I never trace a play from a place of ego. This one means a lot to me. I only take trades that present themselves in real time. I'm either in, actually, I'm going to put that in. I'm either in or out. It's black or white. Actually, no, too much. Let's make it let's give it a little bit more specificity. All right, cool. So the thing I'm going to be chasing trades that aren't there if I've got the belief of I only take trades that present themselves in real time. I'm either in or out. Now, again, for Mick, for Jason, for Annie, for you, that may be a little bit different. That's perfect. I expect it to be. But for me to have that attribute, that's the belief I need to have. I trade with patience. A very good quality to have. I get paid very well for being extremely patient. I never rush my trades because there are always profitable opportunities. This can be better. Always profitable setups. I trade with patience. I get paid very well for being extremely patient. I never rush my trades because there are always profitable. I get paid very well for being extremely patient. Actually, this is better. Yeah, cool. Boom. I never rush my trades. I get paid very well for being extremely patient. Brilliant. I'm 100% responsible for all my actions. You know it. Also 100% responsible for all my results, good and bad. Oh, I just messed that up. I'm 100% responsible for my money, my investments, and all of my decisions. Now, do you think I'm going to be blaming people if I have this belief? No, it's on me, good and bad. The next one is, I always trade from an optimal state. If you ever want a hand to be taken through an exercise to install this in you, we can do that. Before I open the charts, I put myself in a peak trading state, just like a soldier going to war. I've fucking got this. Now, I use that language because when I say I fucking got this, like I imagine when I started to put webbing, bulletproof armor on, like we're going in, right? That's my anchor. So now this comes in really handy when I get up to do any public speaking or speak at events. Right? Public speaking used to be my biggest fear. So I used to take in, I used to model, okay, I thought like Armin Morin, Tony Robbins, like some other mentors and other people that I've seen talk. I think, okay, well, what states do they have that I want to have? So connection, confidence, charisma, certainty, right? Those 4 traits I've anchored in, right? So whenever 5 minutes before I'm getting up on stage to do a talk or present, boom, I'm firing it off and I feel it flow throughout my body. The same thing happens for trading. So some of my trading clients, I got their states that they wanted to be in: clarity, calmness, certainty, focus. Right? If you're trading from those states and you've got those emotions circulating throughout your body, do you think you're going to have a better outcome than if you're trading from a place of crossing your fingers and hoping it's going to go your way? 100%. Right? So before you get out and sit and do the trades, like, make sure you put yourself in a peak state, in the right state for you. Just like an athlete that's listening to music before they're competing, just like the swimmers at the Olympics, you see them walking out and they've got their iPhones or iPods in. They're putting themselves in state. See, Leighton Hewitt does it. Very, very famous for it. What does he do whenever he wins a point? Come on. He's anchoring that feeling in. Do the same thing for trading. There's ways we can do that for you. I must achieve what I set out to do. Success in the markets is my only option. It will take time, and consistency is mine. Sounds kind of too cliched now that I read the back. And that doesn't feel right, because it's not my only option. A lot of different things could happen. I must achieve what I set out to do. We can do much better with this. I achieve what I set out to do easily and effortlessly. So success is mine. It is done. Just to anchor that. Say it again. All right. So you see how all that works. So now these are going to be a lot more powerful than just thinking, okay, I'm going to have a positive mindset. Actually, let's just stop sharing the screen. Right. So these are going to be a lot more powerful than just having these affirmations, right? Because we've got all these filters internally that are going to display resistance, and just due to the media, due to the way we're programmed, we've all got our bullshit radar. All got our bullshit detectors. We've all got these radars and these filters up trying to protect ourselves from stuff coming in. So this is why I'm sincere. Like, yeah, it's good to be sincere. But if you don't feel sincere and you're feeling congruent, it's going to be really hard to take that belief on. I'm a warrior. You know, it's great to have that feeling. It's great to have that certainty. It's great to have that confidence. You know, but trying to embed the belief that I'm a warrior when you're scared shitless of how you're going to pay your phone bill, or, you know, you're scared of the dark. Like, you can say, I'm a warrior as much as you want. It's not going to take root. It's not going to take hold. Especially if you've got a lifetime of self-doubt, a lifetime of limiting beliefs, a lifetime of not feeling good enough, not worthy. It's really, 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 really hard to override that consciously. And this is why things like Source 45, they're a great idea. This is why affirmations are a great idea. This is why I meditate every single day. Because I've gone through this process and I do it. And this is what I program myself with, because I've gone through it. And these are the attributes of people that I want. Now, the best part about this is you can hack the mindset of anyone on the planet, and they're not going to know about it. So, guys, I hope you got a lot out of this. If any of this resonates, or you want to have a chat at some point, there's going to be a link somewhere on the page. Yeah, guys, I'm super, super pumped to be part of MBA. It's one of the best communities I've been a part of. The value that you guys get here, the community that you have here, the opportunities that you have here. You know, I've worked with other traders that have paid close to 10 grand and not getting anywhere near what you guys are getting, and what's on offer here. So I hope this finds you well. I hope you got a lot out of it. If any resonates, or you just want to reach out and say hi, feel free. My name's Brent, and I'll look forward to connecting with you soon.